Guitar is an instrument. No shit, Sherlock. Fuck, wrong picture. So, I decided to share my HTGBK, aka how to get bitches knowledge. For those less retarded, you can know it as playing guitar. After 5 years of playing, I may not be an expert, but I'm gonna do my best. So, let's start right away, baby! What the fuck was that? Ah, right, the basics. Let's say you are sitting with your guitar equipped. How should you start? Well, first of all, let me explain the guitar itself. Before doing basically anything, every good guitar player should name his guitar. For example, mine is named the Hoe Catcher 3000. If you have already done that, then we can start by splitting guitar into two parts. Strumming part and the part for holding chords and shit. The strumming part should be on top of your lap with your hands over here, and that's all, cause if any of you have issue doing this, then I don't know, grow some hands. I'm gonna have to teach you something new later, but for now, this will do. Okay, now we can perform something like this. But since we want to actually play some song, it's about time that we move on to the chords and shit part. This part is called head, and it's used for tuning your strings, for which I would actually recommend this app. It's for free on your phone, so like, why not? But now we are going on to the most interesting part, the part where all the magic happens, the neck. First thing you need to learn is name of each string. From the bottom it goes like this: E, B, G, D, A, E. If you have bad memory, try memorizing this. Ekos boner gonna dig anus easily. And one last thing you need to know, what are frets? There is somewhere around 20 of them, and they're also very important. Each fret is separated by this thing, I don't know what it is. And that's all I'm gonna tell you for now. With all this knowledge we can finally move. Then fuck off with these falling objects. Yeah, I know it's time for chords. Anyway, chords. The most important part if you want to play guitar. First of all, I would recommend cutting your nails, because otherwise it's gonna fucking suck. But that's just optional, so now I'm gonna explain you this picture. I picked D major because it's one of the easiest chords of all. And now let me explain all of this random shit. This thick ass line basically indicates the top part of your guitar's neck. These two X's above it mean that while playing the chord, these two strings stay silent, and on the other hand, the circle means that even though nothing is held on that string, we still play it. And now the chord itself. First, I want to talk about these little numbers, where 1 indicates index finger, 2 indicates middle finger, 3 indicates ring finger, and 4 indicates little finger. That basically tells us which finger we use to hold that string. If you are asking where is thumb, your thumb should be placed under the guitar's neck, and it's used in very rare scenarios, so we don't need that. Then, we need to understand these horizontal lines. Each line indicates end of one fret. So for example, this is the end of fret 1, this is the end of fret 2, and it goes on. So now we know that for our index finger and middle finger we will be situationed in fret 2, and for our ring finger we will be situationed in fret 3. And the last thing we need to talk about are these vertical lines, where the first one is this one and the last one is this one. Or if you remember name of each string, you can just look down here and orient yourself by that. So with this knowledge we can say that our index finger will be on the G string, our middle finger will be on the E string, and our ring finger will be on the B string. If you did everything correctly, this is how it should look and sound. Over here you can see a bunch of the easiest chords I could think of. Now we know how to play chords, but we also need to know how to practice playing them. For that I would recommend picking some easy song and playing it without rhythm. I'm gonna demonstrate that on Riptide because it's easy and I like that song. We are gonna need A minor, G major and C major. Originally it's played with capo on first fret, which if you don't know what capo is, basically it changes the pitch of your chords. For example, if I play E major, it sounds like this. But if I put capo on first fret, then I have to also put my chord one fret down. And if I play then, it sounds like this. So I am no more playing E major, but I am playing F major. But if you don't have that, it doesn't really matter. Why is Riptide really easy is because you just play A minor one time, G major one time, and C major 2 times, and then all over again for the whole song. If you don't know what I mean without rhythm, this is how the song is played normally. And this is how you should practice it. Of course, you can pick any song you would like or just practice without any song whatsoever, but this is just my recommendation. I would say this is everything you need to know before you start playing guitar. And I see no falling object, so fuck off! Yeah, I know, fucking strumming. So let's say you already mastered your chords. Now you want to add some rhythm into your songs. For that, you're gonna need strumming, and even though there is no general guide for strumming, because each song got its own and unique strumming pattern, I'm still gonna try to explain you some basics. First of all, this over here means that the strumming pattern got 160 beats per minute. This basically tells us how fast should be played. Another thing we can see is that the strumming pattern got 8 outputs with each cycle. So basically, if each of these outputs was just arrow down, it would look like this. But that isn't the case. We have some empty outputs and some outputs with arrows pointing up. These empty spaces mean that basically for that output we don't play anything, and the arrows pointing up basically mean that instead of going like this, we go like this. So with 160 beats per minute, 2 empty outputs, 3 down outputs and 3 up outputs, this strumming pattern will sound like this. I don't have anything else to say to this topic, like, yeah, of course you have a lot harder strumming patterns like this one. Or even this one. But for that you're gonna have to find specific tutorial, because I don't want this to have 1 hour. No, stop right there, I'm gonna do it myself. Thank you. So, bar chord. Motherfucker, what did I do? Okay, bar chords. Reason why I'm talking about them now is because they are just harder versions of normal chords. Because bar chords are like using capo, but instead of capo, you use your index finger to hold that fret. I'm gonna demonstrate that on E major. Here you can see me holding E major. I have to move that 1 fret down, and then I have to put my index finger over the whole first fret. For that, you're gonna have to move your thumb so it can help you to gain some push force. Takes a lot of practice, but if you give it enough time, it becomes just like regular chords. One of the most used bar chord is F major, so I would recommend starting with that one, because it's also one of the easiest. And I would say that it's even my favorite chord. So now, I'm better than you, bitch. I give up. Guitar solo. Can I call it guitar solo? I couldn't find any translation for it. You know what? Vybrnkávání. How's that? Ah, that's right, you can understand shit. Fucking bullshit. Fine. Guitar solo. I just wanted to give quick mention about this, because even though it can be pretty hard, there is still a lot of good and easy shit you can play. Just look at this. Just to give you a quick explanation on how to read these. All these horizontal lines are supposed to represent our strings. And again, this one is the bottom one. So for this one, we will be using only string E and B. And these numbers tell us on which fret are we supposed to play it and in which order. So basically we play E string on 9th fret, B string on 10th fret, B string on 9th fret, and it goes on. And And of course, then you can add rhythm and have something like this. If anybody types into the comments where is this from, I will suck your dick. But again, that depends on which song you choose, and for that you're gonna have to find different tutorials. Because this is everything from me, guys. By now you should be master at playing guitar. Before I end this video, I just wanna give quick thanks to my friend, because I enslaved him to make me this avatar. Or at least the first one. But for now, guys, have great rest of the day.